Yo, what's up guys, I'm Razor and welcome to Chivalry. Chivalry is a medieval warfare game by the guys over at Torn Banner Studios. When you hop in Chivalry there are two options, there's multiplayer and training. While training is good and shows you all the facets of the game, it is, at the end of the day, only training. And like I said earlier, the second option is multiplayer, meaning that this is a solely multiplayer game. So if you don't like dealing with other people or you just have a dodgy internet connection, this is not your cup of tea. Anyways, getting to the gist of it, once you start playing Chivalry, you'll have to join a server. The server loads up a map like any other multiplayer game and gives you an objective. You have your basic team deathmatch and free-for-all, which are just massacres. Seriously, everyone just dies. No matter how good a player you are, you'll never be able to watch your back in free-for-all. You will die. Like that. Now you have other very unique modes as well, most of which are very objective based. Say, you and your team have to set all these fires alight, bring down or defend catapults, or kill all the villagers. The objective based modes are always two-sided, whether you're attacking or defending will depend on what team you choose at the start. Now you get 4 classes to play as. There is a bit of progression, you can unlock other weapons for the classes, and they don't take very long at all. There isn't much difference between the weapons, each is more or less a side grade and depends on your playstyle and how you like to use them. Getting back to the 4 classes, in this round I thought I'd show you all 4 classes. So right now, as you may have guessed, I'm playing Archer, and my issue with the Archer is it's incredibly hard to play the Archer well. There's several reasons for this. Well, the first one, and the main one, being that the reticle for aiming is absolutely rubbish. The second one is that arrows are really slow, which makes sense. It's kind of what they were going for, which is alright, but still, the Archer does feel lacking, to me in any case. One very awesome feature they've snuck into this game is ranged weapons. When you hold the middle mouse button, you can track your arrow. The camera changes to follow it. The downside to this, of course, is that you're not watching your character and you will probably get stabbed in the face. I swapped to Man-at-Arms here, and the Man-at-Arms is sort of the all-rounder. He doesn't have too much armor, but he is a fair bit more mobile, especially compared to Knights. He also gets access to shields, unlike the Archer, which is really helpful, especially when dealing with other Man-at-Arms. And the ability to continuously block without draining too much of your stamina is quite nice. What's unique about the Man-at-Arms is that he can dash. Double tapping AOD would make you dash left or right, which is incredibly beneficial, especially when you want to avoid that massive downward sweep that Knights have the tendency to pull. Just a couple seconds earlier, I just tried to bash someone with my shield, and that's done by holding F. This is not normally bash, it's only a bash when you have a shield equipped. Normally it's a kick, and kicks and bashes break blocks. Someone could be just turtling in a corner, holding a shield up, and you can take a whack at him with your foot, and it should drop his shield, and then you can have a swing at him while he's stunned. Just quickly going off on a tangent to talk about the game in general, I think it is fantastic. It is one of the best melee systems I've seen to date. It's simple yet effective and easy to grasp, but also allows for a number of tactical options during play. A simple left click will swing, a right click is block. And here's where the unique bit comes in. Rolling the mouse wheel up does a forward jab, and rolling it down does a downward sweep. These 2 mouse wheel additions alone add just that much more depth to the combat, rather than aimlessly swinging everywhere. At the end of the day though, everyone does go on a bit of swinging spree every now and then in this game. It's to be expected, especially in free-fall when you see a bunch of guys together and you just go have a whack at them. The impressive combat system also comes into play when you're having massive team battles. The interesting thing about this is that friendly fire is on. The huge left-clicking sweeps, which are the easiest to pull off and also the most damaging, seems like you can lob off heads and limbs, aren't always the most useful because you can be lobbing off your teammates' heads as well. Back to the classes. Right now I'm playing Vanguard, and the unique thing about Vanguards is when you sprint for long enough, you bring your polearm or spear or sword down, and then doing a normal attack would have you run forward and then do a massive stab. It's a really impressive initiation, and it's really hard to stop, especially if you if you manage to clip someone with it. And last of the classes, of course, Knights. Knights, nothing too special about them except that they get massive kite shields and really heavy armor. Of course, it's your choice if you want to use them. You can go two-handed if you want to, like I'm doing here. All classes have some sort of ranged weaponry, either throwing knives or throwing axes or smoke bombs, and it shows that the classes and weapons were all really well thought out. Except the Archer, but then again, I just may suck. All the weapons have a certain weight to them, and it really does feel very, very impressive. It's one of the most impressive melee systems I've seen today. And while Chivalry isn't the best looking game out there, it's certainly not bad. Especially when it comes to the lighting and the light shafts through trees and weapons and things. That just looks so very impressive. The last thing I want to bring up for you guys is that the menu seems a bit clunky. It just seems slightly unpolished. Take for example the server browser. You can't stop a server refresh, and any new server that gets added to the list deselects your prior selection with the new server. Essentially meaning you have to wait until the game is done refreshing all the servers until you can actually look for one. Of course, once you're in the game and you're chopping off and hacking off limbs, you just won't care. The game does ship with about half a dozen wildly different maps, ranging from deserts, castles to plains, and a very fun gladiator arena. Regardless of how good and fun the combat may be, you have to take into account that this game is $25 at the end of the day, and that may well be a massive deal breaker to some. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did enjoy it, like, subscribe, comment and all that good stuff. I'll see you around next time.